Now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and providing you the timely truth centered around real estate, credit, finance, estate planning, tax planning, and so much more. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Our number one goals are to educate, entertain, enlighten, but most importantly, we want to engage you to help you win.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Pull out your smartphone, save our Consumer Advocate hotline number in your phone, 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
Call us on the cell phone, the hotline. We love it when the hotline blings. Call us at 813-670-7372.
Here's my number, so call me maybe.
And you can also bookmark our website, consumerqb.com. You'll see all of our expert contributors, 80-plus show partners at consumerqb.com. You can see our past expert contributors. All of our contact information is available there as well. You can watch the live stream television show version of the show, compliments of WeBeam TV, at our website. Just click on the live stream link, and you can also submit a form. That's how you can engage with us. You can submit an email or hit the contact form, and it'll come directly through, and we'll make sure we get right back to you. And it's Intelligent Talk Radio. I've got some intelligent folks here in studio with me today. Back in studio, Leo Cannyn, Principal Project Manager for Barrel Engineering. Welcome in, sir.
Yeah, thanks for having me back. I'm glad I get to spend your birthday with you.
That's
I'm
right.
very honored today. It's your birthday.
That's right. The big 4-0.
Yeah.
Looking at it, staring at it right in the face. So, anyways, having some fun here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I know you got something planned for me, Don. You went out in the hall. You said something.
It's
John,
your birthday. I got a surprise for you.
Okay. Also in studio, James DeGerome, Executive Show Producer, Quarterback Show. Welcome in.
That's right, Brandon. It's great to be here. It seems like we've been working with you for a while, just because we go back to USF and then all the way through the USF thing, and then with the show lately.
Yeah.
So a lot going on with both those fronts, USF sports as well as here on the Quarterback Show.
That's right, man. So we're going to talk a little bit of sports. We'll talk about also some of the unique strategies that we're utilizing to help business owners out there grow their sphere of influence, understand how they can harness the power of the media. It's kind of what brought on my first book, or my second book, actually, and what we're working with Ken Shamrock, Des Woodruff. We're actually going to be growing this into a licensed product that we're taking nationwide, become the MVP in your industry by surfing the radio waves, and some cool stuff happening there. So, again, what we want to do with this show is help you win no matter what you're facing out there. Credit improvement. William Crowley, the credit magician, I think he's calling in
on today.
Tomorrow's show.
Oh, yeah.
And we're looking at, we got Ben Schachter calling in as well. He's the founder of Total Brokerage, a very unique real estate-based CRM system. It has your electronic signature system. It's got your broadcast emails built in there. It also has your technology platform in order to store your documents for your real estate brokerage and others. So real excited about having Ben call in as well. We're also going to talk about the top 10 most popular retweets of the year. So if you're on Twitter, you understand what a retweet is. If you're not, you're probably thinking, what the heck is a retweet? And we also have answers. We have that Name That Tune. So we got all songs from today's list from Rolling Stone's list of top boy bands of all time. Top boy bands. So
Perfect for Leo.
I listen to metal. Can I just guess the tweets?
Yeah, there you go. You can guess the tweets. And so we'll have some fun here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And as you know, I'm the owner of Platinum MVP Realty and a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay. Looking for listings right now. There's a lack of inventory in the market, so we want listings. We want to list your property for sale. Hot one I've got on the beach right now is 1024 Mandalay Avenue in Clearwater. This is in a Mandalay subdivision, 2-bedroom, 2-bath property, $749,000, completely renovated, beautiful property, beach property here with fenced-in backyard with pavers throughout. Great opportunity here on North Clearwater Beach. Also on St. Pete Beach, we got a great property here. This is a duplex. This is a rare find of an income-generating property reduced down to $599. It's 3610 Casablanca Avenue, St. Pete Beach. It's just north of the Don Cesar Hotel, just south of the Hotel Zamora, 3610 Casablanca Avenue. And it's a great buying opportunity here in beautiful Tampa Bay. All right, helping you win in any marketplace. Giving a shout out to Kipton's, the Hotel Zamora on beautiful St. Pete Beach, and Kipton's, the Hotel Zamora, whitewashed Mediterranean palace with expansive luxury suites overlooking the Intracoastal Waterway. You got gorgeous rooftop views from the 360 lounge up top, taking in the beautiful sunsets over there at St. Pete Beach. Our official hotel partner, Kipton's, the Hotel Zamora on beautiful St. Pete Beach. Now, make sure you let them know the real estate quarterback sent you, and you're going to get 20% off of your room stay over at Kipton's, the Hotel Zamora on St. Pete Beach. Let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. REQB code. All right, we're back here in studio. We're going to help you win, and we're going to start off with a little bit of an audible, a little bit of personal development. So in the past, what we've talked about on the show is how does a vulnerable human being tame a lion, a ferocious lion. Okay, so when you see that, the lion has the lion tamer has a stool that has four legs coming out. So what happens is the lion sees that as four separate threats when he's holding it out toward him, and it leaves the lion dumbfounded. And his indecision causes this paralysis by analysis. And that's what happens to us in business and in life sometimes. We have all of these different decisions, and we fail to focus on what Wilfredo Pareto called the vital few. So the more that we can focus on our vital few, the things that we do the best, the things that we know that are going to move that needle further to our success in our business or our life. And for example, if you're in sales, if you're in real estate sales, for example, it's prospecting, it's pitching, negotiating, preparing for public speaking talks, in my case, when I'm doing public speaking. So those are the things that you want to make sure you're doing, and focus on the vital few. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. We got Leo Cannyn in the house, principal project manager, Barrel Engineering. What's happening?
Well, it's this time of the year where a lot of people are starting to retire, so we're seeing an uptick in mobile home inspections where they need an engineer to go out there and certify the foundation. And then we were recently picked up by the state of Florida for a program where they're doing an analysis of whole trailer parks. So we're going out there and taking a look at trailer parks, making sure that the foundations are properly tied down, they're properly wind loaded. I guess they had quite a few blow over in the hurricane, and they're trying to prevent that from happening in the future.
Wow. Yeah, that's such a great investment, too, when it comes to the real estate side. I've talked to investors out there. I've talked to people that are specifically niched in that category, that section of real estate. Man, what a great investment. A lot of times you don't, the folks that are in the homes, they don't own the land, so they're getting a lease fee. A lot of times they'll leave and just leave the unit behind. Then they'll resell that unit. There's a lot of opportunity in mobile homes.
Yeah, especially if you can own a whole mobile home park and you have the correct management company in front of it. But I was talking about the actual parks themselves, just people retiring, wanting financing to buy one of the units.
Yeah.
But the owning of a mobile home park, if you have the correct system, is just a cash cow.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you see any opportunities there, let us know about it. That we've got some investors. We've got some pocket investors that are interested in that. By the way, if you're an investor out there, if you're thinking, hey, I want to get in the real estate space, how can I, if you're a cash buyer, you want to buy off-market real estate properties, we've got those for you. If you are financing and you have to buy MLS properties, of course, we have access to that. PlatinumMVPRealty.com. You can click on the foreclosures tab and search all the foreclosures available from our website, PlatinumMVPRealty.com. But back to Leo here, Barrel Engineering. So you mentioned a great point. A lot of people are retiring, and I woke up this morning. So there's talking about the effects of people moving to Florida. You have the wildfires, fires out in California, horrible wildfires raging out in California. You've got the Minnesota. There was 600 wrecks, auto accidents in one day due to a winter storm. So think about the effects of our local economy here. All those people, they're going to be moving down here.
That's just awesome. They're going to be moving down here. We got to build new inventory for them. We see the uptick in the amount of inspections that we're doing on the new builds as the people are having their houses built. Builders are moving too fast again, so we do periodic inspections, make sure the foundation's poured correctly, make sure the framing's put up. You'd be surprised how many times we go out to a property and they've installed the trusses backwards, and that's what's holding your roof up.
Wow.
And if they're backwards, your load-bearing walls are not bearing, the trusses are not bearing on load-bearing walls. So they start to cave in all the drywall on the side of the house they shouldn't be on because they just installed them in reverse.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. So what other errors do you see that home builders do just by rushing or lack of labor? They're not training the labor force properly.
We're seeing another large uptick in stucco defect. the builders just aren't putting the stucco on correctly. They're cutting corners. They're not putting the weep screeds on correctly, which means the stucco is not draining properly. They're not putting the stucco on thick enough. They're not waiting for the stucco to cure before painting, and then 2 or 3 years down the road, all that stucco starts cracking, and then they get sued.
Yeah.
And we see a huge uptick in that. I think I talked about that 2 or 3 times ago.
Yep.
So, yeah, they're just trying to build homes as fast as they can. That's why these mobile homes, manufactured homes on these lots, you just place it and you're good to go. Just place it correctly. So that's the huge uptick we see. And then there's a misconception that you take your mobile home with you when you leave. You said it earlier, a lot of people just leave them behind because once you've moved the mobile home off the existing initial placement, you can't get financing anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Didn't realize that.
That's one of the criteria we need to investigate. The tag that's on the side of it, the placard, we have to verify it hasn't been moved from somewhere else.
So you cannot move it once the wheels have been removed. It's been placed on a foundation, or it's either. Typically, it's a lot of times it's just sand or dirt.
Mm-hmm.
It's got concrete blocks underneath it. So once it's done, that process has been gone. It's no longer allowed to be financed.
Yeah, once the wheels are gone, it's on piers and it's tied down using anchor straps. If you move it, it's no longer eligible for financing.
Interesting. Didn't realize that. So Leo Cannyn, a wealth of knowledge here. He's with Barrel Engineering, helping you understand more about the foundations of your home as well. That's something we've talked about with sinkhole activity. We've talked about that with roots growing through the foundation, a lot of roots of oak trees here in the market. So you'll go in and actually take a look at a report and be able to generate a plan to bring the property back to its structural integrity.
Yeah, I just came from a house about 15 minutes before I was on the air, and at that house, it was a 100-year-old home, 2 stories, had the original brick piers, and with the original brick piers, the mortar is all crumbling, and the house is starting to settle because the bricks are starting to compress because the mortar is no longer there. So we came up with a plan, devised a plan to install 15 new piers to save the house from falling over.
Wow. Yeah, it's important. That's an important part of the real estate space, especially in Florida. You do have some sinkhole activity and some issues in those areas. But stay with us here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. When we come back, we're going to have our top 10 most popular retweets of the year. We're going to have our Name That Tune as well. We've got top boy band songs of all times, and we have our Feel Good Story of the Week. So stay with us here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Hero cat fights off rattlesnake to protect human sister. All right, stay with us. Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to ConsumerQB.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty, and a former USF football player, quarterbacking transactions for our sellers now, quarterbacking introductions to our 80-plus show partners, CPAs, financial advisors, attorneys, real estate professionals, inspectors, so many ways that we can help you, credit improvement, lots of ways that we can help you here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com. Check out consumerqb.com. Our hotline is 813-670-7372. All right, in studio today, we've got Leo Cannyn. He's a principal project manager for Barrel Engineering. James DeGerome, executive show producer of the Real Estate Quarterback Show. And on the phone, we've got Ben Schachter. He's the founder of Total Brokerage. Hey, Ben, you there?
I am. Thank you, Brandon.
Excellent. My pleasure. Yeah, thanks for coming on the show. And gosh, I got to say, man, what an awesome webinar yesterday. Very informative, very professional, and even had a little bit of comedy in there for us. But, it was great. You developed a great program, a CRM. You got the e-signature system in place. You've got the transaction management in place, and just a complete business, especially for real estate agents, that's going to help them grow their business.
I appreciate that. We're very excited about Total Brokerage. We have found in the real estate industry that the software available to real estate brokers like yourself and myself really has been fundamentally broken. It's because, number one, it's not all that sophisticated. Number two, it's rather expensive. And number three, real estate software is really isolated. It doesn't talk to or connect with other software packages. So we developed Total Brokerage to be a one-stop, single-source solution for all things that real estate agents and real estate brokers need. Just like you said, it's our CRM, our lead management and distribution. It's our accounting package to keep track of expenses. It creates all of our forms, purchase contracts, listing agreements, and naturally, it's totally integrated online with all the modules conveniently in one cyberspace location. It's scalable, so whether you're a single agent practicing by yourself or a large broker with 1,000 agents, you can use Total Brokerage to really enhance your business, make it more efficient, and certainly connect better with your customers because of all the resources that the program offers. And it's priced really well, which makes it extra attractive because we know that real estate agents are working on a limited budget. There's a lot of products out there, and we want to really be a single-source solution for all of their technological needs.
Yeah, a lot of brokerages, they'll kind of add stuff as they grow, and I think that's an error that they make. Initially they may use what their MLS may provide as far as an electronic signature system through their, MLS like transaction desk or even, e-signature systems, but and then they'll have something different. They'll have like a Constant Contact or a MailChimp for their email, their broadcast email systems. And then they'll have yet another program to manage their transactions, to keep all of the documents stored. So I think that's one of the major pain points that you saw with yourself and then Michael as well, your partner, the programmer. That's ultimately what happens. Then you have all these different systems that are not working together. Does that describe it?
You're absolutely right. Brandon, as a real estate broker, I saw my agents struggling every single day. So I set out to develop this product with my partner, Michael. Michael is a 22-year-plus software architect, very high-level engineer, and he has the programming expertise that's just not my forte. My forte is running a real estate company. So we sat together, collaborated over about a 2.5-year period of time, and Total Brokerage is the end result. And when agents see Total Brokerage and they test drive using our 15-day free trial option, their minds are completely blown because it's so user-friendly. We built it similar to an iPhone platform. Remember when you got your first iPhone 7, 8, 9 years ago, it didn't come with an instruction manual. You pushed the power button and you started touching the icons. You couldn't break it, you couldn't damage it, and you can always set back to the home page and start over again if you were confused. We built Total Brokerage with that type of simplicity, being that it's on the Amazon cloud server. It's got a 99.9% uptime. Everything is safe and secure with state-of-the-art security embedded within the program. So your customers' contact information, social security numbers, and other sensitive material is all protected. And whether you're on a smartphone, tablet, iOS, whether you're in an Android environment. Everything is mobile compatible, so you're not limited based on the device you have. You've got complete functionality from anywhere in the world on any internet-enabled device, regardless of screen size and resolution. So we're real excited about it. Very glad that MVP Realty is taking advantage of it, because we think it will help your business grow, and we think it's going to help other agents well beyond just the state of Florida. We've already got a ton of sign-ups, users in Total Brokerage in about 10 different states, and we're happy to help them connect to their RETS feeds of their MLS providers so that we can connect to their downloads of MLS data, which makes Total Brokerage even more efficient and powerful. And we'll gladly upload their state's documents, purchase contracts, listing agreements, and custom forms to make the product suited for wherever they are anywhere in America.
Yeah, and you're also the official MLS provider, or you're endorsed by the Miami Board of Realtors. Is that right?
We are. We are the official transaction management and CRM for the Miami Association of Realtors. There's about 45,000 users in the Dade County, Broward County area taking advantage of our product. We're very proud of that alliance because the Miami Association of Realtors is the largest in the country, and they saw Total Brokerage. It was about a 1-hour presentation, and the conversation ended with how soon can we onboard our agents.
Nice.
So we were pleased that we kept them happy.
Yeah, I like that. Awesome, Ben. Well, that's really cool, man. And I was noticing yesterday as well, in your subject or your signature line, you've got some really cool accomplishments with your brokerage as well over there, based in Boca, I believe. Top 40 under 40, and some pretty cool stuff happening, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We've built a nice business. Our real estate company has about 800 agents in our 17 offices in the Tri-County, southeastern Florida marketplace. Luckily, Total Brokerage is really what's helped us propel to such a sophisticated company, because we're able to give our brokers and our agents the best online and digital tools to enhance their businesses. And we thought only fair and reasonable to share those products with other brokers like yourself to help your agents. For those listeners that are interested in Total Brokerage, we do have complimentary webinars coming up this upcoming week, Monday and Tuesday. And if you visit totalbrokerage.com/webinar, you'll have an option to sign up free of charge to participate in a 1-hour online demonstration of the product and have a chance to test drive Total Brokerage for yourself. So if anyone would like to learn more about it, I'd encourage them to visit totalbrokerage.com/webinar, select from one of our upcoming free live webinars, and we'll be happy to help them give a Total Brokerage a test drive.
Yeah, that's awesome. Once you see it, you're going to love it. It's totalbrokerage.com/webinar, and as well as our, consumerqb.com. We have all of our contact information for our expert contributors. So Ben, thanks so much for calling in. We really appreciate it. Ben Schachter here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, founder of Total Brokerage, and very cool, awesome stuff, Ben. Parting words of wisdom, or maybe one of your favorite quotes.
Sell, sell, sell. That's the best advice I could possibly give to real estate agents out there. Make sure you've got the right tools lined up. Hopefully Total Brokerage is part of that, and we'll help you sell, sell, sell. So happy holidays to everyone, Brandon, especially you, the family, and your colleagues at MVP. Thanks for everything. Love being part of the show.
Hey, my pleasure. Thanks, Ben. Likewise. Back at you, man. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. That's Ben Schachter. He's the founder of Total Brokerage. Check out totalbrokerage.com/webinar. He's doing a couple of different webinars this week, and check out this really unique one-stop single source for your CRM, your forms integrated, your loan transaction scaled tracking, your broadcast emails, and it's just all built into one. And Ben Schachter, longtime friend of the program here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, back here in studio, Leo Cannyn, Principal Project Manager, Barrel Engineering, James DeGerome, Executive Show Producer, here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Let's take about 45 seconds. Let's kind of tease, James. Let's tease what we're going to talk about. We're coming up in our first break here, but we want to talk a little bit about sports and a little bit about some of the brokerage or some of the show.
Sure. We go back again. You and I, with our relationship with the USF, as you as a player and myself being on the staff there. But then the Quarterback Show brings together a lot of people too, and I find similarities. I've mentioned this to you before. The team aspect of the Quarterback Show reminds me a lot of my time as a staff member over there at the university, because not just coming on this program and promoting your business and doing the best to provide information to the audience out there, but your performance on the program. You have the ability to take an investment that you've put into your business as being a partner here. You have the ability to affect its productivity. It's a different kind of investment when you can actually, through your performance and what you can do, you can actually make your time here more valuable. You can make your partnership more valuable. You can bring more value to the show. So it's a unique aspect. It's a unique program that we have going here. I think people need to realize, beyond just the idea of referring business to one another and, of course, using the airwaves to get your message out there, your performance and your ability to impact your own business through the program.
That's right. Yeah, it's not many places you can go and actually be featured, as an expert contributor on a show. A lot of times when you're marketing, whether it's TV or radio, you're going to run a 30-second spot, maybe a 60-second spot, and it's going to be a canned message. So more from our expert contributors. We're going to talk more with James here, and we've got Leo Cannyn in studio, and we are going to do our Name That Tune segment. We're going to have some fun and mix it up with the Name That Tune, top boy band songs of all time, and more from our expert contributors. And our feel-good story of the week, Hero Cat fights off rattlesnake to protect human sister. All right, stay with us here. Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. Also, the top 10 most retweeted popular tweets of 2017. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey everybody, I'm Forbes Riley, celebrity TV fitness host and creator of The Spin Gym. I'm here today with Brandon Rhymes, and you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Great ways to get happy, healthy, and wealthy.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. Listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty. In studio today, Leo Cannyn. He's a principal project manager, Barrel Engineering. We've got James DeGerome, executive show producer as well, and owner of Platinum MVP Realty here. I wanted to let you know about a couple of hot listings I've got. This one's up in New Tampa area, Corey Lake Isles area of Tampa Bay, 10217 Timberland Point Drive, Arbor Green area, 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, gated community, Arbor Green. $329,000 just reduced. So the owner's motivated, over 3,900 square feet, and it's a gorgeous community. You've got pools and fitness centers in there, tennis courts, resort-style heated pools, playgrounds, a lot to offer in Arbor Green. So check out Timberland Point Drive. Also, a beautiful property in the old northeast section of St. Petersburg, 215 12th Avenue, Northeast St. Petersburg. 4 bedrooms, 5 bath, $1.19 million, and it's listed at 3,688 square feet. So a great buying opportunity, pre-construction home, beautiful property here in lovely Tampa Bay. All right, back here in studio, helping you win in any marketplace. Signature Massage and Facial Spa in Tampa. Are you looking for a place to get a massage or a facial at an affordable price, but without having to sign up for membership? Look no further at Signature Massage and Facial Spa. They offer a 1-hour Swedish massage for $49.95. Always no contracts. Come in early during the early bird hours and receive an additional $10 off. And for those muscles and knots that need extra work, ask about getting a deep tissue or sports massage. And if skincare is what you're looking for, they have amazing facial and microderm packages. Check out Signature Massage and Facial Spa, 11248 West Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa, or call 813-925-8898, 925-8898 to schedule an appointment. Let them know the real estate quarterback sent you, and you're going to get 10% off of your first service. All right, back here in studio, helping you win in any marketplace. Leo Cannyn in the house. He's Barrel Engineering project manager. And what else you seen out there, bud?
I see skies of blue, clouds of white, bright blessed day, dark sacred night.
It's a great song. We need to put that on our top 10 or name that tune one day. What do you think?
What do you mean? That's what I'm seeing.
Well, what about real estate side? What are you seeing out there?
Oh, I see trees of green, red roses too.
All right, James. So going to James now. We're going to James here. So now Leo's giving me a hard time. He knows it's my special day here. So, but when we look at real estate, we look at the economy. We look at the labor force. We talked about that. The commercial demand downtown is also far outstripping what we're the demand is actually outstripping what we have as far as supply in residential and commercial. So 2018. Let's fast forward. Pull out the crystal ball. What do you see happening?
I'm actually seeing a lot of what I would say up north. The mixed use. Commercial on the first floor, garage on the first couple of floors, commercial, and then residential. I'm seeing that pop up on Howard. I'm seeing that pop up off of Swan. It's really exciting being in Tampa, seeing that mixed use development starting to spread. I know the Encore development over in west of Ybor, that was also planned to be a mixed use. But the mixed use is like what they do in the big cities. You got parking, you've got commercial, you've got residential, you've got the whole ecosystem in one building, so someone could potentially live their whole life, work, play, and survive without ever having to leave their property. That's where we're heading in the far future, but I like the idea of seeing that mixed use popping up in our downtown core today, and I sound like Bob Buckhorn now.
Yeah. But it really is true, the development, when you look at the mixed use, so you have a Starbucks, a Panera, Moe's, welcome to Moe's down the first floor, and then you've got residential living space there above it. You mix in some other spas and those types of things. That's the really highest and best use, especially if it's a commercial spot.
Yeah, and it's more than just the box major places to eat. It's just the smaller boutiques, the smaller, like the salons, the bars, the small restaurants, the boutiques. That's what I like seeing in the mixed use. I mean, I think we're further down the road before we're overpopulated by Moe's, where you're welcomed into any type.
Yeah.
Kind of be scary every time you walk into your apartment, your concierge goes, "Welcome to apartment." But we're heading there eventually, and it's just exciting to be in Tampa during this time period, to see Tampa grow. I mean, you've been witnessing Tampa grow 20 plus years, and it's just exciting to be a part of that. For me, in the past 10 years, seeing all the growth, all the development in the downtown core, and I'm really, really excited about it.
Yeah, that's great. Good stuff happening out there. Let's talk about these top 10 tweets and retweets of the year. Okay, so we've got number 10 here. Number 10 is the suicide hotline. This year, the phone number for the suicide hotline was turned into a hit song by Logic, Alisa Cara, and Khalid, and it's also the 10th most retweeted song of the year. Was retweeted more than 604,000 times.
Wow,
interesting. Do we really need, the hotline? I mean, are suicides up? I don't know. It seems like it's interesting. They are. Suicides are up. It's sad,
It's this
sad.
time of year, too.
It's this time of the year. Everyone gets really depressed when
Right.
they think back or think forward. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much stuff. People have, added, their loved one that died. They're rethinking about it. They're thinking about holiday times in their past. All right, number 9, most retweeted of the year is Detroit Lions Sam Martin pledges donated dog food for Houston. Another retweet for asking for our RTs to help with hurricane relief. The Lions Sam Houston donated $10,000 to promote and drive to collect toiletries and other essentials from Michigan to Texas. His retweet was more than 623,000 times.
Well, that's what you want. You're trying to help people. That's what the message you want to retweet out there. It's not always that way, but I wish we could be more of that positive on that side.
Yeah, so far 10 and 9 are both about helping people. I like that. I like the trend.
All right, here's number 8. Obama's goodbye. Obama's third tweet on the list was his last as president. Hours before Trump took office, Obama tweeted that serving as president was the honor of my lifetime. It received more than 630,000 retweets. After posting his tweet, he tweeted just 3 more times before leaving office.
Oh, odd humility from the president. We don't get that very often anymore.
Yeah, that's right. Number 7, LeBron James calls Trump "you bum." Cleveland Cavalier star subtweeted Trump in September after Trump rescinded Steph Curry's invitation to the White House. The only problem was that Curry had already said he wouldn't visit the White House as part of the Golden State Warriors' traditional visit to honor their NBA championship win. James called Trump a bum. He received more than 660,000 retweets. More partisan, that's what
it started a little war there between the athletes and the politicians. That really went. That had legs there. That thing.
And it's just just more what we need, right? More polarization, more distance between sides. It's crazy how one tweet can set off a fire like that. All right, number 6, Linkin Park's tribute to Chester Bennington. Linkin Park singer Chester Bennington committed suicide in July, and the band posted a photo that day of him performing, and it received more than 787,000 retweets.
I don't think of them as being around that long, but they had a big impact.
Linkin Park.
He was very popular, that guy. I was amazed at the outpouring.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. A lot of the musicians, it's crazy how that they're pretty prone for that, I guess. All right, we're gonna save the top 5 for tomorrow's show. So we got the 6 there, 6 through 10, and we're gonna save top 10 for tomorrow's show. All right, let's go back to James. So I want to talk with James here. James, like you said, man, USF football a while back. Over
people don't realize,
years.
you watch college football nowadays, and you think you know what it's like. The beautiful facilities and everything you see. These programs are in a war of economy. Their budgets are what really recruits these kids now.
Right.
Everything is teak wood in the locker room. They have video games inside their locker room. There's a Chick-fil-A inside one of these programs. Has a Chick-fil-A little office for the kids to get food anytime they want. They go in the locker room. It's amazing. But if you think back to where we came from in '96 when we all got here to Tampa to start football at USF, boy, it was quite a different scene. You kids used to dress in the dome and then walk about a half a mile to the practice field.
It was a long
So you're talking
walk.
about July and August, and I watch these guys now. They have a golf cart or some kind of vehicle that takes them 20 feet from the locker room. It's air conditioned to the practice field. Absolutely nothing like it was Junction Boys almost. For us back then.
I remember when Levitt was on the show, Coach Levitt, Jim Levitt was on the show. He had mentioned the first time he told Mark Stoops. Mark Stoops was my position coach.
Right.
I played defensive back. He said, Mark, we don't have a janitorial staff. We all have to pitch in. And he said, I need you to clean the toilets. And he said, no, man, I'm not doing it. And then, and Levitt said, okay, well, let's do it together. Let's go. Let's just do it. So he had, a very limited
everybody
budget.
had
What
their
was the
chores.
budget? It was like $150,000 or a couple
it was
hundred
nothing.
grand.
None of the coaches were making $50,000 at all. Jim was right there closer to up 75, something like that maybe. But what a interesting time, and that really what puts the bond in people. And that common struggle is what brings people together. So that original group of coaches and players that went through that, I always reflect back to that as really the time the program was set in motion. That's really where it was cast.
That's right.
Those original 120 or so kids turned out to be about 15 after 5 years. That made it through that initial program and then got their degree from USF. So it really wore people down in terms of who could survive that whole situation.
Who stands out in your mind is Aunt Henry, played for the Cowboys, the Browns.
That's the other thing that's amazing about this area is that original program. We had to go out and the coaches had to sell that to kids. We had no games, so you were going to come to a university and just practice for a full year with no guarantee that you'd ever dress or even play a game. And out of that group of kids that we were able to find, after all the other universities picked through the state and took their kids, 3 of those original kids ended up in the NFL.
Yeah,
we had Grammatica, we had Kenyatta and Anthony.
Yep.
And those kids were NFL talent just sitting in Florida that were waiting to go to a program. So it's amazing. The kids are out there. That just shows you that the talent is all around you. You just got to find the kids and identify them. And what we did there really well was create that brotherhood where the kids wanted to stay together and go through that kind of thing.
Yep, back in the old days of Fontana Hall.
Sure.
That building's not even there
anymore. That was another thing that we had to scramble to find a place to meet. Even there was a large faction at the university that didn't support athletics, and it wasn't sure they wanted a football program at USF. So that original team, when we got together, we wanted to have a team meeting. we had to call the university and ask if we could use a building on campus, and we had to pay rent. And they came out, charge us rent to use the building for an hour to bring the football team in to talk to them. And so it was a complete change from the kind of thing you see nowadays. Just a short amount of time has gone by, and really the whole thing is flipped.
I remember that first meeting at one of the big
the ULH or something, yeah.
And a lot of the football players, a lot of the recruits, the knuckleheads had Miami Hurricane shirts on, Seminoles, Gators, and that was the first thing Levitt said. He said, "If I ever see you wearing that again."
Because it was the beginning of selling the whole vision, the idea. Yeah. We were trying to get football fans from every other college program to notice what we were doing. So it was a struggle, even here in Tampa.
That's right.
A lot of USF students had the habit of getting in their car on Saturday and driving up to Gainesville or Tallahassee. That's where they got their college football experience. So it was hard to break that. It took a lot of selling and a lot of success. That's the other thing you don't realize.
That's right.
Won. We didn't just put a team together. We won games and got people involved, and that's how the community got behind it.
That's right. Yep. All right. More from our expert contributors here. When we come back, stay with us. Leo Cannyn. We're going to jump into our lightning round. We have our top songs from the Rolling Stones list of the top boy band songs of all times in our Name That Tune, and also our feel-good story of the week. Hero Cat fights off rattlesnake to protect human sister. So stay with us here. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
This is Warwick Dunn, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. Ian Beckles here.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show host, also owner of Platinum MVP Realty, Leo Cannyn in studio, James DeGerome in studio. Giving a shout out to Two Maids and a Mop, the official cleaning company here at the Consumer Quarterback Show. They provide excellent service, and a clean house is just going to help you feel better. It's going to help you operate better. That environment that you're living in, it's going to affect your emotions. One of the things I love about Two Maids and a Mop is that they offer free cleaning to cancer patients. So anybody that you know that might be going through, they offer free cleaning to cancer patients. So, and with Two Maids and a Mop, your approval rating matters. The pay rate, the staff is based on your evaluation. So if you need a cleaning company, it's two maids and a mop. And also Brio Tuscan Grill, our official restaurant partner. We love going over to Brio Tuscan Grill, enjoying a nice meal. At Brio Tuscan Grill, International Plaza Mall, you will discover an Italian menu, signature drinks, and a cozy atmosphere, and awesome service. Great service over there. And bringing you the pleasures of a Tuscan country villa to Tampa. So we invite you to make your reservation today and try out the Italian menu. We're going to be doing a live broadcast as well, Thursday, the 18th, I believe, of January. So we're doing a live broadcast over at Brio Tuscan Grill, the official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Now, make sure you let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you for a free water with lemon. He's going to hook you up every time you go over there. All right, so we're having some fun. We got Leo Cannyn, Principal Project Manager, Barrel Engineering. And we have James DeGerome, Executive Show Producer, in studio here today. So, all right, so we're going to do our Name That Tune.
Ladies and gentlemen, name that tune.
Nobody's going to want to answer these.
No, I'm just trying to remember any. Trying to go through my name.
This is all you. I'm a spectator. I'm a spectator.
Now, if you answer, it doesn't necessarily mean that you like the band, okay? But you like the boy bands.
Is Cannibal Corpse one of the boy bands?
So you have, all right, top boy band songs of all times. All right, here we go.
Again, I'm not going to know titles. I'm saying Backstreet Boys is the most famous one, I think.
It's the White Stuff.
The Right Stuff? Or the White
Stuff? The Weird Al Yankovic. That's the only way I know this song. It's the White Stuff.
All right, you got it.
I don't know either.
All right, so that is the New Kids on the Block, 1988.
Okay.
That is, you got it, the Right Stuff. All right, number 2. Here we go. Number 2.
Wait a minute, I just said Backstreet Boys. And you said, okay, so it's Backstreet Boys. Yeah, I'm just
this one is. Yeah, the new Kids on the Block was the first one. That's the Backstreet Boys.
They sound very similar.
I Want It That Way, 1999. Yeah, you can hardly tell them apart. Really, come on. All right, here we go. Number 3. This is Rolling Stone's list of the top boy band songs of all time.
See, that's the Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson.
A boy band necessarily.
Well, it was fronted by a boy.
It was fronted by a boy. They had the dancing and the costumes too, so I mean, I guess it's not that much difference.
Yeah,
it just seems better.
It's a good sound right there, isn't it? All right, here, number 4. Number 13. This is a newer one.
Yeah, I don't recognize this one at all. I'm not even sure I've heard this song.
I bet Bray Lemon did this one. One Direction, Story of My Life.
Oh,
that's more Leo's era than mine.
All right, here we go. Number 5.
It's not the Backstreet Boys. I don't know.
This is 98 Degrees.
Nope. Close though. Just similar. I think it's the one that had Timberlake. Yeah.
NSYNC's the other famous one.
Is that Timberlake?
You're looking at me?
Well, I'm not sure on that one, but NSYNC is very famous.
All right, have a little fun there with the boy bands. Nobody wanted to guess them.
I couldn't guess any of them.
And the first one cracked me up. That was hilarious. All right. So we always try to tell you something good. We want to have a positive segment here on our show, so we're going to tell you something good.
Tell me something good.
So, hero cat fights off a rattlesnake to protect his sister. A family cat in Orlando, Florida, has been hailed a hero after he saved a little girl from the deadly fangs of a rattlesnake. Cindy Anderson says Oreo has been very protective of her granddaughter, Jaden. It's not just Jaden, it's much of a strong bond, although she is the closest. The family. She watched her inexplicable ways. So on November 25th, the child were playing outside. Cynthia noticed Oreo acting strangely and spotted an eastern diamondback rattlesnake, the venomous snake that got too close for comfort and Jaden and the kids. And that's when Oreo sprang into action and tried to keep it from attacking his family. Because of his heroic act, the children are safe, but Oreo was bitten once on his leg and sent to a local animal hospital for treatments. He is expected to make a full recovery. He is showing determination to heal. He's a trooper. Oreo's condition is getting better, and it does appear his wound is healing. With proper care, he will be saved. His leg will be saved, Cindy said. So
good for him.
Pretty
nice.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. Sprang into action.
Plenty of treats for him.
Yeah, Oreo, extra cat food for Oreo. All right, so back here in studio helping you win in any marketplace, Leo Cannyn. He's a principal project manager for Barrel Engineering. And James DeGerome, executive show producer here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, let's go ahead and let's jump into our lightning round here.
The lightning round!
I am so good at lightning rounds!
I majored in lightning rounds.
All right, top tips, things to do, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom.
Well, right, Christmas is right around the corner, and every year people have turkey and ham, and it's so boring. So this year, everyone should try the Feast of Seven Fishes, an Italian course meal for their Christmas dinner instead of the turkey or ham. Spice things up with the Feast of Seven Fishes.
There you go. Maybe a little better on the environment too.
Yeah, they're using mackerel and sardines and other green fish that are replenishable.
Very cool. All right, good
Kidding.
tip.
Tough sell at my house, though.
Tough sell right there for overall, I think.
I just wanted to let everyone know that, the Consumer Quarterback Show is out there doing really big things. And I think, in addition to listening to the program and talking about ways that you can benefit, from the information we provide, you can participate as well. I mean, go to the site and come up with ideas for us. We're always out there looking. We generally have home services, but we're out there with the idea that we can promote and help your business, regardless of how it fits into the home services category or what category it falls into. And the main thing is that we just want you on the team. You be as part of a team member here, you're going to receive the benefits of referral and the gratitude events and things like that. And of course, we're going to give you the opportunity to get on the mic here and put your message all out throughout the Bay. So it's something that you need to consider, regardless of whether you're in the real estate side or whatever you might be. This has benefits across the whole spectrum.
Yeah, so if you see yourself potentially being an on-air expert contributor, maybe you're a manager of a company, maybe you know the owner of the company, reach out. We'd love to talk to you. We love to help small businesses, mid-sized businesses. Reach out, 813-670-7372, 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
You can call or text that line, and we'll make sure we get right back with you. We'll talk to you about how we can help you orchestrate it. And it's a big point of it is the video content. A lot of the content now is so valuable, so important to be able to take that video content, repurpose it on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Pinterest account, your Google Plus, we have iTunes podcasts. Every one of our shows are uploaded to iTunes podcasts. You can simply email that out to your database. Take that and send it to your database. You're going to be seen as an expert contributor on a radio and TV show. We're on daily on WeBeam TV as well, so we're on a TV show. YouTube video is going to be sent to you after you appear on the show. That's great content that you can then repurpose. Again, broadcast, email it to your list, your email list that you have. Use it on your appointments when you're out selling your appointments. There's a lot of ways that you can utilize the content. And, of course, we have live events, gratitude parties once a month. In January, we're going to have a big party on the 18th at Brio Tuscan Grill. We're going to do a live radio show broadcast, our very first live broadcast on location, that is, we're going to do. And we're going to have a lot of fun with you. So we'd love for you to reach out, consumerqb.com, consumerqb.com. And you also have an opportunity to become a published author. You can write a chapter in the next edition of our playbook. So each one of our partners, we're going to be producing that in January, February. It's going to be coming out so you can become a published author. It's all about helping you raise your credibility, raise your celebrity, get your message out. And I want to thank our expert contributors today, Leo Cannyn, Principal Project Manager for Barrel Engineering, and James DeGerome, Executive Show Producer. We had Ben Schachter call in. He's the founder of Total Brokerage, totalbrokerage.com. And all of the folks behind the scenes putting it together, we really appreciate it. Check out WeBeam TV as well. John Gass and his team do a great job putting our show together. And expert contributors here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness, something as simple as packing up leftover food you may have, clothing, toys this time of year is great. Carrying it with you to and from your commute to work, handing it to that person in need, donating it at your church. Be a force for good in the community, and go out there and do something kind for someone else. And we'll see you next time here. Follow us on Twitter at Brandon Rhymes 1, at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Instagram, on Facebook.com/Brandon Rhymes PA, as well as the Consumer Quarterback Show on all those same handles as well. All right, we'll see you next time. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.